What's your immediate reaction to today's result?
I think my immediate reaction, I think I've been around everybody so far, and I think my face has just been that of disappointment because of how we've conceded the goals again, and I don't think on the whole Georgia's been that busy, so it's just massive disappointment again because two set pieces have dictated the game and the outcome, which were avoidable.
Do you feel the scoreline fairly reflected the game?
I'm not going to start provoking arguments, but I think it's another game
we deserve something out of. If I'm completely honest, I think they were very direct. They put the ball into the areas. What asked the question. I think in general play we defended, pretty steady. We got the ball out when we needed to get the ball out. Yeah, we weren't perfect, but Georgia's not touched the ball really in goals, which sort of says a lot. And they've just scored from two corners. I think so. When you strip it back, two corners have dictated the outcome of the game, and I think look at all the chances we've had there, and I am gobsmacked we've not got something out of the game. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I think their keepers he's made some fantastic saves in areas when it was difficult. Being a keeper myself, that little area next to your ankle, it's hard. He's got his hand and his foot to it at times. But we've asked the question and he's ultimately come up with the answers.
And what positives can you take from the performance despite the loss?
It's hard because if we're getting absolutely battered by teams, you can just walk away and say, look, we're just not quite good enough. But look at the league record now. I've played 4, lost 4. That's not good enough. That's on me. That's not good enough. But when you strip it back and look at the performance, we've had 3 home games, and we should have had results in all 3. But I said it really early on. I'm sick of shudders, sick of cudders. The boys need to just get over the line. And we've had some fantastic opportunities in the first half. I think Matt had a really well saved opportunity as well when he got in behind. We had one cleared off the line. We've had multiple set pieces into the box. We've just not shown enough determination. So that without swearing. Determination just to get the finishing touch and force it home. I thought that came in the second half, and I thought we looked really dangerous. Keeper asked loads of questions. The subs came on and did a really good job, impacted us positively. We had a goal disallowed at the end. Half of people saying he were onside, half saying off. If he's on offside, he's offside. But we've had so many chances, and we've got to put them away.
So how do you keep the players' heads up after a such frustrating ending?
I think when I said the same after the last game, it's hard because you're picking them up off the deck on small margins. I think last year we were in positions where we were just miles off, and my leadership style was to really drag them through, and look at the light at the end of the tunnel. Look, we'll get better and better and better. We're actually beating most teams. In a boxing match, it's outcomes are different now. Then you're looking at points, winning on points and stuff, but you don't in football. It's about goals, and they've just forced to a line. And credit to them because they asked the right questions at the right moment. So fair play to them.
And one final question: what will be your focus in training before the next match?
I think we've got to do more in the final third. We've got to do more in the final third. I think as general play. If you look at how we set up, we've got a very defined style. When we get it out to us full-backs, we look dangerous. We fill the box. I think the strikers need to stay in the box. We don't need to get dragged out and leave the box empty. We need to fill the box. But we just need to show that determination and get the repetition in getting the ball in the goal. And we're saying it tongue-in-cheek through pre-season. We were beating teams in pre-season, but we could have actually run away with results. We were beating teams at 3 and 4-0, but we could have actually beaten them by 5 and 6 if we'd have just had something in the final third where we get the ball in the back of the goal, and just we missed so many chances. And unfortunately for us, that's spreading into the season now, where we're not putting his chances away, and that's killing us. So I need to get into the boys, get a bit of feel-good factor, get them comfortable in front of goal. When they get in front of goal, they're not snatching at things, they're not feeling the pressure. That's a really hard thing to do, because boys naturally clam up We saw that today. I think Chippy had a good chance at the end. Multiple people in the right area just to strike it in. They've just not hit it true. Jack Amir, 9 times out of 10 that we see them flying, but he's probably not got the connection he'd hoped, and the keeper's made a good save. But we've asked the question. We've just got to get over the line, whether that's with the boys we've got or maybe need to freshen it up and bring somebody in. I don't know. Me, Mark and Miss Sparrow will sit down and discuss that.
Cool, thank you.
Cheers, mate.